What's going on? Today we're going to make some duck tacos, the wood duck I shot last season, and we're going to put some fixings on it and make some salsa. Let's do this. So I've never made this recipe before, so we're going to start off real simple. On the duck we're just going to use salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. For the salsa I'm going to use, starting with a base of tomatoes, I'm going to use pearl onions, chilies, lime, salt and pepper to taste. On top of the tacos, we're just going to use some shredded cheese and sour cream. That should be all that we need. So let's get started. So starting off with this little wood duck, I was going to keep the thing whole, but I figure I might as well breast it out and take off the legs and thighs, as much meat as I can, and then cook it in a pan to get it nice and crispy. So I may leave the skin on, I may not. I'll let you guys know when I decide. So just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm just cutting along the breastbone here and peeling back. There's obviously not a ton of meat on a wood duck, but they taste phenomenal. So there's one breast, and let's do the other side and then we'll get cooking. For the thigh, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to take this off. I'm basically just going to go for it and see what happens. I know most of the meat's just in this drumstick, so I'm just going to cut as deep as I can and pop it off. So I was able to just pop that joint, and there's the thigh and leg. But that he didn't really leave any meat. Look good? Alright, for the salsa we're going to do it real quick and dirty. I'm just going to cut up these tomatoes. Now we're just going to take a few of these pearl onions, so I'm just going to cut them in half. Cut the ends off, and then I'm going to chop these up too. Next thing is I'm going to add in a little bit of chilies. So for the last ingredient for this, I'm just going to roll out a lime. I'll cut it in half and squeeze it in. Just take a little salt. A little ground black pepper. So this is what your final product's going to look like. Obviously, mix it together before you put it on the tacos. Let's just throw it in the fridge and keep going. Whew! I just tried that salsa and those chilies are hot. So just gonna hit these on both sides with some salt, some pepper, and then this is onion and garlic powder mixed together. Just gonna toss that on. Turn the stove on to a medium-high heat. We'll let that pan heat up, and then I'm going to throw them on skin side down. I'm probably going to throw a little bit of oil in there as well, although the duck fat should render it and be enough to cook it. And now let's throw on the 2 breasts and the legs. They shrunk up immediately. So I'm gonna cook them covered. It should go pretty fast, probably about 2 to 5 minutes aside. Yeah, and I'll show you guys when I'm done. So that wraps up the meal. It was really, really good. One thing I would change is I might slow cook the duck next time with a little bit of sauce. It would just make for a much smoother texture, because I definitely overcooked the duck. That's my own fault. My girlfriend really liked it, which is kind of impressive because she's not a fan of all game meats, so it's hard to impress her, and she actually ate almost as much as I did. So that was really good. The salsa was phenomenal, so I'd suggest making that. Perfect amount of spice, and wasn't too hot at all. If you can like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot, and I'll be making a lot more catch and cook videos in the future. Take care.